The world you see is an illusion, and you have forgotten you are its architect. How's that for a welcome? Because if you've ever felt like something is missing, something just beyond the veil of your everyday life, then this message was meant for you. Not found in textbooks, not taught in schools, but whispered through centuries, passed from mystic to seeker in shadows and silence. We live in a world of endless motion, notifications, deadlines, expectations. The body tires, the mind races, the spirit is silenced. But what if I told you that there exists a system, older than religion, deeper than science, that was designed to bring all three, body, mind, and spirit, into perfect harmony? It's called Hermeticism. And it's not just ancient philosophy, it's a sacred technology, rooted in the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, the mythical sage who merged Egyptian, Greek, and cosmic knowledge. Hermeticism offers a set of principles that govern everything from the rotation of planets to the inner workings of your thoughts. And the best part? These principles are not locked in dusty scrolls. They're alive, within you. In this journey, we'll do more than just explore. We'll initiate. You'll learn how to use hermetic laws to reprogram your mind, align your physical body, and elevate your spirit, all while living in the heart of the modern world. This isn't just self-help. This is soul alchemy. So if you're ready to stop reacting and start creating, if you're ready to remember what you truly are, then stay close, because the secrets you seek are ready to awaken, and they've been waiting for you. Long before the rise of modern religions, before the birth of science as we know it, there was a name whispered in reverence by mystics, priests, and scholars alike, Hermes Trismegistus, thrice great Hermes. But who was he? Some say he was a fusion of the Egyptian god Thoth, keeper of wisdom and scribe of the gods, and the Greek god Hermes, the messenger, the alchemist, the guide of souls. Others believe he was a real man, an immortal sage whose teachings became the foundation of nearly every spiritual tradition that followed. His writings, collectively known as the Hermetica, are not mere metaphors. They are encoded transmissions, meant for the initiate, not the casual reader. These texts speak of as above, so below, of the one mind behind all creation, of the power of vibration, polarity, rhythm, and causality. Concepts that modern science is only now beginning to catch glimpses of, cloaked in quantum theory and consciousness studies. The Hermetica served as the philosophical bedrock of the mystery schools of Egypt, where students underwent years, sometimes lifetimes, of inner transformation before being entrusted with the deeper layers of truth. It inspired the alchemists of the Middle Ages, the Renaissance Magi, and even early modern philosophers like Giordano Bruno and Isaac Newton. But why, you may ask, has such powerful knowledge faded from collective memory? The answer lies in fear, control, and misunderstanding. As empires rose and centralized religions sought dominance, the esoteric, what is hidden, became a threat. Knowledge that empowered the individual was labeled heresy. The flames of the Inquisition and the rigid dogmas of orthodoxy buried Hermeticism beneath centuries of dust and doubt. But truth cannot be destroyed, only hidden. And now, in an age where the veil is thinning and seekers are awakening across the globe, Hermetic wisdom is re-emerging, not as a relic of the past, but as a map for the future. Hermeticism is not just a philosophy, it is a mirror held up to reality, revealing the hidden architecture behind all existence. At its core are 7 Hermetic principles, each one a key to unlocking the mysteries of the body, mind, and spirit. Let's begin with the first and greatest law, the principle of mentalism. All is mind, the universe is mental. This is not metaphor. It means that everything, from the spiral of galaxies to the beating of your heart, begins as a thought within the divine mind. Your reality is not something you observe. It is something you participate in, actively, constantly, unconsciously. This principle teaches, your thoughts shape your world. You are not a victim of reality, you are its sculptor. Then there is the principle of correspondence, as above so below, as within so without. This ancient maxim reveals the fractal nature of the universe. The patterns of the stars reflect the patterns of the soul. The way you treat your body mirrors your spiritual state. Every cell in your being echoes cosmic truths. Nothing is isolated. Everything is connected. Next, the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves. Modern science confirms it. Everything vibrates, even what seems solid. But Hermetics knew this long ago. Your emotions, your thoughts, your health, they all operate at frequencies. Change the vibration, change the experience. This is the essence of spiritual alchemy. We then move through polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender, each revealing deeper layers of reality, each offering clues to mastery over life's illusions. Hermeticism does not reject paradox, it embraces it. Light and dark, masculine and feminine, chaos and order. All opposites are expressions of one. But here's the twist. Hermetic wisdom does not ask you to worship these principles. It invites you to embody them, because these are not external laws, they are laws of your being. And once you understand them, truly feel them working through you, you begin to see the game for what it is. And you realize you were never meant to be a pawn. You were meant to be a magician. So how do you live hermetically? Let's begin with the body, the temple of spirit. According to the principle of vibration, your body is not static. It is a living symphony of frequency. Hermetic practice teaches us to tune it, just like an instrument. Start simple. Become conscious of what you consume, not just food, but sounds, thoughts, environments. Each input carries a frequency. The more aligned they are with truth, beauty, and harmony, the more your body becomes a vessel of clarity. Breathwork is one of the oldest Hermetic tools. Ancient initiates practiced rhythmic breathing to still the mind and awaken inner faculties. Try this. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold again. Repeat. This square breath stabilizes your energy and aligns you with the principle of rhythm, bringing calm amidst chaos. Now, the mind, the magician's true wand. To apply the principle of mentalism, you must become a master of your thoughts. This is not about denial, it's about discipline. Each morning, observe your thoughts without judgment. Are they reactive, fearful, or creative, empowered? Redirecting thought is spiritual alchemy in motion. The Hermetic initiate does not think by default, but by design. Use mental transmutation, another Hermetic tool. When fear arises, ask, what is the opposite vibration? If fear is cold, call forth the heat of courage. If despair is stillness, call in movement. You don't suppress the shadow, you repolarize it. And the spirit, the bridge between the seen and unseen. Daily ritual is key. Not superstition, intention in motion. Light a candle with purpose. Speak affirmations aloud. Use symbols, sigils, sacred geometry, or planetary hours to deepen your connection to the unseen laws. Even journaling can be a sacred act when done with presence. But beware, this path requires inner responsibility. The most common pitfall? Passive consumption of knowledge without embodiment. Reading the Hermetica won't transform you. Living it will. Begin small. One principle at a time. One thought. One breath. One ritual. Over time, something subtle begins to shift. You speak differently. You walk with awareness. You start noticing synchronicities. Doors opening, patterns repeating, inner guidance sharpening. That's not coincidence, that's alignment. And suddenly, you're no longer just surviving your life. You're creating it, consciously, deliberately, hermetically. You began this journey with a question, perhaps unspoken, but deeply felt. Is there more to this life than what I've been told? And now, you know. The answer is not only yes, it's always been yes. Hermeticism doesn't just hand you truths, it hands you the tools to build your own truth, brick by invisible brick. You've seen how the principle of mentalism makes you the architect of your world, how vibration allows you to tune your frequency, how correspondence reveals that your outer reality is a mirror of your inner state. These are not just poetic ideas. They are spiritual mechanics, and you, whether you realize it or not, are already using them. The only difference now is that you're becoming conscious of the design. But remember this, true wisdom does not end in understanding, it begins in practice. Every moment you choose awareness over autopilot, presence over distraction, alignment over chaos, you are walking the hermetic path, not as a follower, but as a creator. And yet the path is not linear. It spirals, it tests, it reveals what you're ready to see and conceals what you're not. That's part of the mystery, part of the magic. So I leave you with a question, not to answer, but to live. If your mind shapes the universe, what will you choose to dream into existence? This is where the ancient meets the modern. This is where the hidden becomes revealed. This is your initiation. If this awakens something in you, share it. Like, comment, and let others find the path. And above all, stay curious. Because the secrets never truly disappear. They simply wait for the right eyes to see them.